Shalom, shalom. Call HALALYAM YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Double honors to the elders and apostles, the great MILLSTONE, and teaching of well. Peace and salutations be to hopeful elect. By that time, I'm Gabar coming at you for the Prophets of Babylon camp here in Tampa, Florida. So this is going to be going into, we have been somewhere along the lines of, you've been laboring longer than you think. You know, we've been patient longer than we think. You have suffered and endured longer than you think, and more than you think. And that's if we be of those men, of course. You know, because if we go here in the book of of 1 Corinthians chapter 14 and verse 32. Yeah. 1 Corinthians 14 and 32. And the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets. Okay. For YAHAWASHI is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all churches of the saints. So the Lord is not the author of confusion. He ain't gonna have you serving him in one life and just going off against him in another. Okay? The Lord has made it to where, from the beginning, he has ordained his elect, his prophets, his servants, and he's also ordained those that are to be destroyed through thermonuclear fire. Alright, so you may think that all this life here is all you have of works towards the Lord, but if you be of that elect man, then you have much more works than you think, man. Okay? Because like I said, the spirit of the prophets are subject to the prophets. So if you're a prophet aforetime, you're also going to be a prophet now. You know, when the Lord's got to where at some point in your life you're going to find him again. Though you may lose these temporary bodies and go into sleep mode, go into rest mode, you come back into a new body, and the Lord has it somewhere along that timeline of that life you have to live in that body. You're going to find him. You know, he ain't going to let you go to waste, or he ain't going to let you go into the grave without finding him and adding works into your plate, you know, so that you can have more of a reward. All right, so we're truly blessed to have what we have. But you also got to understand, don't get discomforted because you think, oh man, I ain't really did much. I ain't really do much for the Lord. If you feel like you ain't doing much for the Lord, you probably aren't doing much for the Lord, man. I mean, you need to do more, first and foremost. But if you're in that spirit of, I can do more, then you've probably already done a lot, you know. It says here in the book of Hebrews chapter 6 verse 10, for YAHAWASHI is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love. So this is a work and a labor of love that we're doing here, man. Okay, we don't do this. We're not doing this for ourselves. We're doing it for others. Hence, that's why we post a video up. Hence, that's why we go out in the public, in the highways and hedges. You know, otherwise it'd just be doing videos in secluded places. And, you know, keeping them for ourselves. And when the Lord comes, oh, Lord, I got this many videos for you. No, it don't work like that, man. Okay? The whole point is to make those of the world witness the word, witness the truth. Because scriptures say, you know, the whole world going to witness this truth, and then shall the end come. His gospel shall be a witness, you know, in all the world. And that's what happens when we're out there prophesying. You have hundreds and thousands of people walking past and witnessing the truth without even realizing it, whether it be consciously or unconsciously. They are witnessing the truth, man. Whether they accept it or forbear it, they are witnessing the truth, so that they can't say in that time that they weren't warned. which ye have shewed towards his name, and in that ye have ministered to the saints, and do minister. So what we're doing is ministering unto the saints, man. And the saints may not know that they're saints just yet. So what we tell you is we're waking up the elect. We're out there for the elect, okay? Because they've been saints from the beginning. Right now, they're just, they need to be awakened. We all had that awakening, you know. For YAHAWASHI is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which ye have shewed toward his name. So he's not going to forget your works, man, your labors of love. The only time your works ain't going to be mentioned is if you turn back to wickedness. If you turn back to wickedness, then all your good works were for nothing anyways, because you turn back and you've forsaken the Lord in the end. That's why the scriptures say, he that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved, because you have to endure. What does it mean to endure? To suffer patiently, okay? Meaning wait, you know, endure in this truth and uphold the things that you've been doing. Well, as Paul said, wherefore, Timothy, continue thou in the things which thou hast learned, okay? So you got to continue in the things which you've learned all the way into the end. Scriptures say, strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord YAHAWASHI shall fight for thee. So you have to keep continuing in this truth all the way into death, man. Okay, no matter how desperate a situation you may be in, no matter how hard times may get, continue in this truth, man, in this faith. And we desire that every one of you do shew the same diligence to the full assurance of hope unto the end. You got to show that diligence all the way into the end, man. Okay? Show that you're a prisoner of hope, you know? Don't just show that you, man, you're doing it by necessity. Oh, I got to do this, man. Got to do that. No, do it because you actually want. Do it because you got a passion to do it, man. If you ain't got no passion to do it, don't do it. Eventually, you're going to end up croaking over and kicking the bucket, man. Okay? It's not something that you can hold on to by sheer willpower. The Lord has to gift it to you, give you that spirit to cling unto him. Okay? When we came into this truth, he gave us the spirit to cling unto him, and we remained. All right? But guys that came in this thing in some other way and they came in here and tried to benefit themselves off of this, they're not here anymore. And if they're still here, then they won't be here soon enough. All right? Which is scary to think, but you may have guys next to you that may not be here in the future, man, because they fell out into the world. All right? But a lot of guys the Lord has brought into this thing, he's given them strong foundations, which means a strong reason to cling to him. And you had that strong and good reason to cling unto the Lord in the beginning. Like the Lord put the fear in a lot of brothers in the beginning, just like Jonas, you know, and the big fish got swallowed by a big fish. That was a strong foundation to cling unto the Lord forever. Other guys may not get it like that. Other guys may just get it by walking past and hearing it and saying, oh shit, what's up? And that doesn't mean that, you know, they're not of the elect. You know, that just means that they got it, you know, easier. Scripture say the Lord speaketh once, yet twice, but man perceiveth not. Some guys got to have the fear put into them just for them to get it. You know, other guys, they already there. They clinging just like that. The scripture say, my sheep hear my voice. So once the sheep hear it, it's like, oh yeah, that's the Lord. I'm following after the Lord, you know, which is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. But you got some guys that don't have they have a faulty foundation, to where when it's time for that foundation to be applied, it fails them, and then they will fall out of the truth, man. That's why Scripture talks about when a little persecution arises, immediately they are offended, you know, and they fall out. This is the book of John, chapter 4, and verse 38. I sent you to reap that whereon ye bestowed no labors. Other men have labored, and ye are entered into their labor. So when you came to this truth, it's like you were coming into a construction work site, and the building was already 3/4 of the way done, and you just started building from the top, man. Okay. But the trick to that is, you may have been already starting the building from the beginning, from the bottom, you know, in your past life, you know, but the building's taking time to build. You may have been brought back to life thousands of times and came back to that same building and put that brick in every time, man. You never know. Okay, so don't be discouraged or discomforted or lose hope because you think, man, I'm not doing enough. Oh man, I haven't done enough. Or all I have is the works of this life. And I've only been in the truth a year or two. You know, there's brothers that truly think sincerely, oh man, I need to do more for the Lord. I can do more for the Lord. I'm gonna do more. That may actually be of the elect, man. Okay, and our true goal and hope is to be of that number. That's our true desire. You know, if you don't have that desire, then eventually you're gonna fall out. Okay, because you shouldn't be desiring anything else but that. That's the best gift you can possibly receive, living upon the face of the earth. It says, yeah, that's it on that. I've got one more. I'll probably close out with that. Because we got to think. Time and time again, we've been back, you know, doing this thing. Okay, enduring, being patient. Okay, fighting for the name, YAHAWASHI, the name of the Lord. All right. Now you may just be at the end goal. You may not realize it. Okay. But the Lord has been bringing us back and back to build up rewards for our name. Or build up that glory for our name, you know, by serving Him and glorifying Him. Right now, it's the time you've been on earth is to glorify the Lord, YAHAWASHI. But the time is coming where you're about to get your glory, man. Just like YAHAWASHI got His and is about to receive His when the kingdom comes. So will you. That's why YAHAWASHI say, when I get my glory, you shall receive your glory with me. You know? So this is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 26. I therefore so run, not as uncertainly, so fight I, not as one that beateth the air. Okay, so we run. We therefore run, not as uncertainly, and we fight, not just, well, we fighting for no reason. We're fighting for something, man. Okay? And we are assured of the end goal. Alright, end game. It's Avengers end game, man. In Avengers end game, you seen Thanos, which represented the Lord, come back and put an end to all the shit that's ever afflicted us. You know? So you can't complain, man. The Lord has put us in a good place. And the sufferings that we're going through is nothing. You got to rejoice in these sufferings. You got to eat it up like rewards, like candy. Okay? Trusting in the Lord, YAHAWASHI, you should have nothing to worry about. You should know that the Lord is going to pull you through whatever you've been put in. Alright? But I truly hope this lesson was edifying to you. I can not for listening to the sincerity. To next time, I give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Shalom.